My name is Marcia. I'm a creative artist. I specialise in painting and I also tutor in art. And in this video, I will show you how to blend oil paints. So to demonstrate blending oil paints, I'm going to give a demonstration on how to do a portrait using flesh tint. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some linseed oil in here. So I'm going to start off with what I would say a light wash. I'm going to build up the areas very quickly, but very lightly. I'm going to do a light shape on the page and I'm going to build up the areas. So I'm just going to start off with, I'll just use this here. So I'm just breaking up the areas of the face. And notice again that I'm using a fairly large brush. But we're not doing any detail, so it's fine. And with oil paint, remember, we build up slowly. So using the darker mid-tones. I've got some shadow here, so I'm using a darker tone. It's not a very good copy, but what we do know is that anywhere where we have part of the body protruding out, with either the nose or the forehead or the lips or the chin, is always going to be much more of a light area. So if these areas are much more lighter, then what we say is what's surrounding it is going to be slightly darker. But it's really important to establish where the light's coming from. It's not great on this photocopy. So sometimes what we can do, we can cheat and say that maybe this area here is going to be darkest and then this area is going to be the lightest, where the nose is protruding outwards. So remember to leave areas of white or paper or fabric, canvas, to give the impression of light or highlights rather than painting highlights in. It's much more natural. So in summary, we have a demonstration of a very simple beginning of how to paint a portrait using the blends we've created here for flesh tints from light to dark. I've used most of the colours in here for the subject's skin. We've only used a small amount of brush strokes, a very tiny amount of paint. I've used my fingers to blend in some areas here and areas here, and some mid-tones to distinguish between under the eye and to help the nose to protrude forward. And also I've left areas of light to give the impression of reflection and lightness in the hair. So this is a very, very, very rough beginning. We've only spent, a few minutes, but normally I'd go on and I'd probably spend quite a few hours on this to get to the finished result. So this is how to blend oil paints.